During today's plenary sitting, members of parliament were expecting to hear from the Attorney General on what plans government has put in place to hold the LC1 elections. The local council 1 leader's term expired on 10th July, and this has put government on spot over failure to hold elections on time. The Attorney General told members of parliament that government is aware about the expired term of these local council leaders, and cabinet is yet to sit and forge a way forward on the matter. The Attorney General also confirmed that these leaders' term had been extended until further notice. This did not go well with members of the August House, who on several occasions have suggested that these elections be held as soon as possible.
What happens between the 10th and when cabinet shall sit down?
Is there legitimacy from the legal perspective?
Yes.
Not political.
Arguments are being made in the villages. If anyone goes to court and challenges these agreements, what happens there? Can the Attorney General advise our people on how to operate in their villages in the absence of these committees?
All local government councils shall be elected every 5 years.
Not May.
Not May.
According to legislators, the Attorney General's move to have terms extended is illegal because there are no clear statutory instruments upon which he bases to give the extension.
I wanted the Attorney General to guide us to the provisions, because even when he guides legally, he should be basing on some legal provisions. To make reference, to refer us to some provisions of the law against which he leans to tell us to wait or even give mandate to the existing structures to continue operating.
Now, if we are talking about an extension, there must be a statutory instrument.
The instrument that is required to be done is supposed to be approved by cabinet, and after approval by cabinet must come to parliament for approval.
Kiyowa Chiwanuka amused the House when he asked any aggrieved members to feel free to take the matter to court.
So we either have the elections for LC1 and LC2, or we agree that yes, you have run broke as a country, you can no longer manage, bring a constitutional amendment, and we remove them all together.
The lack of legal and political will still exists in the government. Right, Mr. Speaker?
The advice I render is legal advice. And if anyone doubts it, they need to go and challenge it in court.
The Speaker was prompted to adjourn the House Sunday to allow government time to consult and advise the country on the matter. The Speaker vowed Parliament will not continue its operations with some of the country programs running on illegalities.
We need a position of government not to continue speculating. What will you tell your LOCs if you went to the village tomorrow?
If they knew that these local council committees are important, they ought to have laid all their issues in Parliament before the expiry of that term. That is before 10th July 2023.
The LC1 system must be legal and must be elected for them to possess, to pose as LC1s. As we talk now, we have no LC1s, and whoever is dealing with LC1s, you are dealing with illegality.
According to the Minister for Local Government, Raphael Majezi, 59 billion Uganda shillings is needed to organize both LC1 and Women Council elections across the country. Ramson Muhire, Church of Uganda Family TV, News at 8.